You probably found this video because you have a problem with NPCs having a black face in your game. So, this explains how to fix it. So first of all, you're going to need the creation kit in order to fix this. For Skyrim SE, this can be found at Bethesda.net. Click on the three lines on the left side and click download beside Bethesda Launcher. Then click off that and click download for free. This will probably default to your downloads folder, so just go ahead and save it there. Then run the program. It will ask to make changes. You can go ahead and allow it to. Once it has been installed, you will need to log in. Now that you've logged into the Bethesda launcher, you'll need to click on the All Games, click the drop down, select Tools, and select Creation Kit Skyrim, and hit Install. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to hit play. Now that you have launched the Creation Kit for the first time, go ahead and close it again. In order to run the Creation Kit properly, you are going to need a few extra files. You will need CK Fixes by Nukem. Go ahead and go to the page at 20061. Download with Mod Manager. Leave that screen. Go ahead and download the Face FX as well. You will want to select both files using Control-click and then click Enable. Once you have done that, go ahead and double-click on either one and then Control-click on the next one and change the mod type to ENB. Now that you have done this, you will need to click Deploy Mods button in the top. This will move the files for the two fixes up a level in your folders. Now you need to click here and go to Open Game Folder. You will want to go to your game folder, right click, click New Text Document, change this to Creation Kit Custom.ini. It will notify you that you are changing the file name extension. Allow it to do so. Right click on it and click Edit, or click Edit with Notepad++ or whatever your preferred text file editor is. You'll need the lines General put in square bracket, and in that section bAllowMultipleMasterLoads equal 1, grass, also in brackets, bAllowCreateGrass equals 1, and bAllowLoadGrass equals 0. Go ahead and save it. Now go to Dashboard, Add Tool, New, click the folder beside Target, go to your game folder and double click Creation Kit. Hit Save. Mod Organizer. For Mod Organizer, you will need to manually download to any location both of the CK64 fix files Once you have done that, go to where you extracted them, select all, and copy it into your game folder, not into your data folder. Then go back into Mod Organizer, and Creation Kit should already be an option. If it isn't, then if it is not an option, then click on the drop down that has your game, click Edit. It might be there grayed out, at which point you just click the 3 dots beside binary and browse for the program. Because it is already there for me, I'm not going to edit it. You'll need to use Xedit. Xedit is also known as SSE Edit, and it can be downloaded from Nexus, or from the Xedit GitHub, or from the Xedit Discord server. Once you've selected which version you want, go ahead and download it. This can be installed anywhere. For Vortex and Cortex, I will install. Once you have downloaded Xedit, if you use Vortex, go ahead and find it. Click the drop down beside it and select Disabled. Once it has extracted, open in File Manager. Go ahead and add a new folder titled Tools. Copy everything into this folder. After this, go into the Tools folder in SSE Edit and create another new folder titled Xedit. Copy everything within this. Now go ahead and double click on SSE Edit, change mod type from default to D-input, and enable SSE Edit. Now go to your dashboard, select the 3 dots beside SSE Edit, click Edit, click the folder icon, go to Tools, Xedit, and select SSE Edit 64. Hit Save. If you use Mod Organizer, you will need to go ahead and extract Xedit, as you did before for Cortex. And this time, take the folder that you extracted, delete all the numbers at the end of the name, delete all the numbers at the end of the name, copy the folder into the tools directory in your game, then go into Xedit, click the drop down beside Run, click Edit, click the 3 dots beside Binary, go into Tools, SSE Edit 64, name it go ahead and then go ahead and hit Add. Then go ahead and hit Add. And now for actually running the programs. In your manager of choice, run SSE edit. You can run either the 64-bit version or the 32-bit version. I'm going to go ahead and use the 64-bit version. If this is your first time using Xedit, then you can go ahead and read through the entire what's new, or just go ahead and hit OK. There will be a message from Elminster. You can go ahead and read that entire message. Once you are done, you can donate to Elminster or just hit close. Now you will see the plugin selection screen. I recommend that you only select the plugins that you need for your NPCs. For example, I only need, once you have loaded into Xedit, the first time you load Xedit, since updating to the version 4.0, it will take a while to build references because it is creating a cache of the plugins. Now that you're in to Xedit though, go ahead and navigate to the non-player character actor section of your plugin. Right click on it, select Apply Script, and select Apply Prefix or Suffix to Editor ID. Hit OK, and hit Yes. Add a prefix. I generally would go with a 3-letter prefix that is different from any other prefixes in your current load order. Add a prefix. I would go with a prefix that is different from any other. I would go with a prefix that is 3 letters and different from any other prefixes that you may or may not have in your current load order. For example, do not do 3D NPC because this is the prefix for the mod Interesting NPCs. I will use MBS NPC and go ahead and hit OK. Apply a 3 to 5 letter prefix to any of your. Add a 3 to 5 letter prefix that is not the same as any other records that you have. For example, do not use 3D NPC if you have interesting NPCs or plan to install interesting NPCs, because 3D NPC is the prefix for interesting NPCs. Once you have applied the prefix, go ahead and close Xedit, save the change files, once Creation Kit is open, go ahead and go into Data, File, Data, select the plugin that you have modified, set it as active file, and hit OK. Once the creation kit has finished loading, on the left pane, go into Actors, and then Actor, and select Actor. Then search for the prefix that you added. For example, mine is MBS MPC. Go ahead and select the topmost one, and select the bottommost. If you selected a prefix that includes others, you will want to find where your prefix actually starts and not select everything that appears. Once you have selected, type on your keyboard Control and F4. Go ahead and confirm the export FaceGen data with yes. After a period of time, depending on how many MPC records you have, the creation kit will either crash or a pop-up saying done will appear. If the creation kit crashed, then you will need to run the creation kit and select half of the number of MPCs that you did originally, then rerun the creation kit and do it again with the other half. Once the creation kit once the done window appears, hit OK. Then close the creation kit. Back in your manager, if you use Mod Organizer, then you will find the overwrite folder. You will find overwrite now has more in it. Go ahead and right click and open in manager. Drag it off to the side. The mod that you have done this edit for, go ahead and open that in manager. Drag it to the other side. Copy the textures and meshes folders from the overwrite folder into the mod folder. Cut the textures and meshes folders from the overwrite folder into the mod folder. Close both and refresh. You will now have the face data properly aligned in your mod folders. At this point, you can go back to launching normally. Once you have finished running the creation kit, go ahead and open the mod in File Manager via Vortex. Open the game folder in File Manager. And hit Purge. Go into the data folder. Once you have finished purging, go into your data folder, select the textures and the meshes folders, cut them, and paste them into the mods folder. Go back to Vortex and click Deploy Mods. This should take a fraction of the time that it took the first time you deployed the mods. You will now have you now should be able to run your game normally.